This happened 2 days ago. I live in a small city in Romania, about 30,000 inhabitants. Romania isn't exactly known for their tolerance of gay people. It's not as bad as other places, such as Russia, but the situation is definitely not rosy here either. I get on Grindr and meet a guy, 18 years old apparently. The guy didn't have a picture of his face as his profile picture because it's too dangerous. He had a picture of a rose drawing. Most guys on Grindr here don't have pictures of themselves. We talk for a bit and I really like the guy, and then we finally accept to exchange face pictures. I send him a selfie of myself and he sends me a picture of a guy from our city. He was cute and I really liked him, so I told him, "Hey, I saw you around the city. I didn't know you were gay too." We talk and finally arrange to meet. I had some errands to run at a tailor shop. My cousin's bachelorette party is coming next week, and I had to adjust my favourite shirt, so I asked him to meet me in front of the tailor shop. The building in which the tailor shop is located has 4 stories. The ground floor is a clothes shop, which my aunt works at. The first floor is a sausage room, the 3rd floor is a barber salon, and the 4th floor was a tailor shop. I go to the tailor shop and then go to the clothes shop on the ground floor to visit my aunt and see how she's doing. As I was looking out the window of the clothes shop, I noticed there were 5 men, all of them in their late 20s, behind the building. None of them were the guy I got a picture of, and none of them even looked remotely close to what the guy looked like. I text the guy I was supposed to meet and ask him if he made it to the tailor shop. As soon as I sent the message, one of the 5 guys' phones lit up, and he started texting. As soon as he stopped texting, I got a notification from Grindr. I'm behind the tailor shop. I went there to smoke so no one would see me. Come smoke with me. I was terrified as I realized I wasn't going to meet the guy in the picture. He tries to get me to go behind the tailor shop, and I tried to guess him to the size of it. There was no windows to the side of the building, so after a few tries, he agreed to meet me at the side of the tailor shop. All 5 guys went to the side of the tailor shop. I peeked my head from the door, looked left and right, and as soon as I saw my way was clear, I ran for it. This happened 2 months ago. I'm 19, male, not too muscular, and this all happened in Romania, which is my home country. I always was a paranoid guy. When my dad would come home, the first thing I'd do would be to lock the door. Even when he went out for 2 minutes, I still locked it. He thought I was weird, but honestly, I didn't give a fuck as long as me and whoever was in the house was safe. Fast forward 10 years and it's the beginning of summer. Me and my girlfriend were both working at a bar. She worked during the day, me during the night. So when she was going home, I was going to work. Everything was normal, but one day, me being paranoid as I am, I saw a stereotypical black car just next to the bar. I got closer to the car, and there was someone in there. I was being weird, so I just muffled, "Sorry." After a few days, my girlfriend, we'll call her Anne in the story, told me that this black car just followed her for a while, and then the driver asked her if I was her boyfriend. She didn't know what to say, so Anne said she doesn't know me. The man smiled and apologized for bothering her. I was fucking scared by this point, but I wasn't going to show my fear in front of a lady, right? Fast forward 2 days, the man knocked on my door. When I saw him, I almost died of fear. How the hell did he know my address? I didn't open. He stood there for 5 minutes, staring at the door. I knew he could feel my presence on the other side. He left. I left shortly after, and I slept at Anne's place. Nothing happened for over a week. I thought it was over, but it's not that easy with creepers. Jumping straight to the point, it was pretty late, and I was walking Anne home. And what do you think? The black car stopped in front of us. The man got out and grabbed me by the arm. I'm a real wuss, but I wasn't going to let him do whatever he wants with me. I told him to get his hands off of me. I don't think he seemed pretty happy about it. He surprisingly did, and a big black guy got out of the car. Anne called the police before he got too close, and they drove off. As I said, nothing happened for 2 months, but I still feel like I'm being followed. I've alerted my friends and family to be on the lookout. I've never been more scared in my life, and I'm not ashamed to admit that when I got back to my apartment, I cried. This happened a few months ago. I'm 6th grade from Romania. Do you hate those dark days when it's cold outside and night kicks in early? I sure do, as a paranoid person. I used to go home with 3 buddies from school, Vlad and David. That day I stayed at school until 18:20. We continued our routine of going home. We avoided the park due to obvious reasons, got to a main road, and dropped Vlad home. Me and David live at around 15 minutes from each other. I know my way home from his place, and he has the look of living in a crowded area. But me? I gotta take some shady streets to get home. Like he always wants, we stop in a small park near an abandoned theatre, and it is pretty close to both of our homes, so it's a pretty common place for us to hang out and chat. The place is usually empty, but this time, there's some young dude with a black jacket and a white hood on his head. He circled the park nervously and took stares at us quite often. Nevertheless, we decide to head to our homes and say goodbye. David goes right, I go left. I take a glance at the guy, and he's slowly heading towards David and hides behind a building. I take cover behind a car, and then I realized one of us is in deep shit. The guy pulls out a bandana and soaks it in some alcohol. He then hides it in his pocket and follows David. I try to imagine what could happen, so I look around and see there's some empty streets near David's way home where shit could hit the fan. Boy was I scared for him. I decided to follow him indirectly on those streets. The stalker couldn't see me, so I was fine. I decide to get a move on when David observes me going back through the streets. I tell him to look back, and spotting the guy, he quickly stops in the agglomerated alleyway. The man takes off in the opposite direction, and to my horror, turns to the street I was walking on. He sees me and gives me an angry fucking look, and I hear him mumbling to me, "Tu sai osi forte formosa," which translates to, "You have a real good day now." And needless to say, I was ready to run my ass across the street. I get to David and make sure the creep is gone. David called his parents and told them about the incident, but they were both working late and he had to stay home alone. I asked him if he just wanted to sleep over at my house, to which he happily nodded. His mom came to get him the other day and she thanked me. His parents tried to take him home from school now.